What's up, brothers and sisters? How y'all doing this Sunday? Happy Sunday is almost over. It'll be over by the time I get finished with this video. It'll be 12 o'clock. A new day. I hope everybody had a blessed Sunday. All my brothers and sisters, I sent y'all out a prayer request this morning, praying for good health and happiness for everybody today. And that's everybody in the world, my brothers and sisters. Ain't no separation, no divide, and none of that up in this camp right here, I do it like how God wanted to be done, So, I hope everybody had a good Saturday night, too. I know everybody like to go out and do their little thing and everything, but, we got to be safe and we got to be smart out here, because it ain't like a video game and you get 3 men, you only get one of them. So, and you know how this world get to acting up sometime, and one person lose their mind, instead of that person losing his mind by themselves, they go taking every other innocent people out and stuff like that. It's a tough environment we live in right now. You got to be strong. You got to be smart, strong, and aware. It's always a double standard for people of my skin color, which is brown. Oh, that's good too. I got a black hat on. Let people know the difference between black and brown. There ain't no black people in this world. We calling people of my culture black, and we just loving it. That's just totally unacceptable to me. I'm brown because I know my colors. I'm not black, and the definition of black and anything got to do with black is no good. The black cat, the black market, the black anything, it's all bad. There's nothing good that come out of the word black. So, I can see why they wanted to use that word, to call, people of my descent. Just another way to, look down on us, put us down, and then we put ourselves down. We call ourselves that and be proud of it. You got people say, I'm black and I'm proud. I even used to say that in my younger life. Because I didn't realize the psychological wrongness that was done to me and what I was doing to myself. Brown people like myself, our lives being shambles, our whole lives, all for some of us, unless we find a way, and that way is God. You got to get God in your life, and God to give you a peace of mind. And that's what I pay any amount of money for a peace of mind. And I found God when I got fully connected with God. I have a peace of mind now. I'm rich now. At least to me, that's what being rich is to myself. It's having a peace of mind, no worries, and I ain't gonna say no worry, but for the most part, it's like that. As long as I keep my faith and understanding with my Lord and Savior, then I keep my mind right. See, the mind, the brain is the most powerful, you know, um, element of the body. You don't want to alter that. You don't want to mess it up. Remember that, everybody remember that commercial where they frying the egg and they say this is your brain on drugs and all of that. For the most part, that's why you don't want to get too caught up in drugs, because it messes up your mind, and your mind is the most important part of your body, most aspect of life that there is. Um, and us people, us human beings, we wiser than what we think. We're a whole lot wiser than we think. It's just that we've been conditioned and we've been trained from the cradle to the grave, to follow a certain kind of order, and uh, you know we train to destroy ourselves, um, you know, um, and then we blame for you know being that way, but this is the way that we was taught from the beginning, and there's so many things that are put in place in the world and our surroundings every day to keep us conditioned like that. The only way you can break up out of that is with God, or you'll just be a worldly person and you'll be trapped all your life, you know. And at one time I thought I had God in my life, like, and I really knew God, and like, but I didn't, because I know that because I'm living it, and I didn't get 100% full sync with the Lord until my mid 40s. 49 now. I'll be 50 this year, and it ain't like how people tell you or whatever. Well, that's the thing about people. People ain't is just not honest no more. In the world, um, people just lie like it's not wrong. Yeah, like it's okay to lie, and I can see if you had to tell a lie to get yourself out of trouble, your life was in danger, or something like that. You may have to tell a little lie because it's in your best interest of your self-preservation. But to be just going around just lying all the time and just making stuff up and just being deceitful to people, making them think one way, but you telling them like you telling them another way for the greater good of them, but you telling them something deceptive that's gonna harm them. We got to stop being like that towards each other, and have more respect and have love. Well, just have love for one another. Because if you love a person, you don't do them kind of things like that to a person you love. Like Some people, they say they love you, but then they turn around and they do some dirty stuff to you, and then you like, well, you can't love me because people who love people, they don't do that kind of stuff to each other because they love for them won't let them. You know that feeling that you having that you love them, it won't let you do bad stuff to people. See, and so that's why action speaks for itself. Action is, the truth to me. You can say anything. You can say this and that and whatever, but if your actions don't back that up, you're just lying, or you um, delusional, denial. You lying to yourself. And, that's the worst thing to do. It's bad enough to lie to somebody else, but to lie to yourself and convince yourself of a lie, it's just it's terrible. Bad on yourself, though. But and some people are conditioned that way. They practice their lies for so long that it becomes truth to them. They forget about that it was a lie all in the beginning because when you tell one lie, you have to tell another lie to back that lie up, and then so on and so on. You know, it's a domino effect of corruption, of bad, ignorance, ungodly ways, ungodly living, no good come out of it, you know. Just like I do my best to not argue under any circumstances with anybody because I already know, that no good comes out of arguing. So, them it's things like that, I done changed in my life, take take control of my life, take responsibility of my actions, instead of, you know, brown people, yeah, true enough, we get bad, we get done, we're the worst people, we get done the worst in the world. But, you know, um, instead of looking at that all the time, I looked at myself like, what is the stuff that I do messed up, wrong, and how can I fix that, you know? So, that's where I work on myself, and, that's where I'm at, in my life. That's why I practice every day, you know. Um, I do on to others as I want done on to myself. I take that very seriously. Um, you know, um, and for example, if I don't want nobody to spit on me, I ain't finna spit on nobody. If I don't want nobody to slap me, I ain't finna slap nobody. And so on and so on. I treat people exactly how I want to be treated, and I like to be treated good. So I treat people good, all the time. You know, um, the only downfall in that, well, it shouldn't be a downfall in it, but it's a downfall that I accept, and that when you be good all the time like that, people take your kindness for weakness, and this hypocritical backwards world that we live in, somehow people got this kind of crazy thinking if you a real nice person or whatever, you soft or something, or you weak or something, and that concept is totally wrong when it comes to me, and that's just silly thinking anyway. If you ask me, um, you know, um, like some women, they don't want you to buy them flowers, or like hold their hand, or like show some type of endearment, compassion, or whatever, and that woman she thinks you soft, you're weak, you know, you're a punk or something. I don't like to use that word. I'm just trying to get a point across. Um, yeah, and that's just crazy. And some women is like that, and that puzzles me because there's a lot of women that's like that. And like, and I thought like that's what you want a man to be like, compassion to you, kind heart, romantic, or just thinking of you, you know. How do the man get to be soft because he buy you some flowers? What's up with that? And that's just another part of this corrupted world. I don't find no understanding in that because it don't make no sense to me. It's not a way. It's not my kind of thinking. And it's not a way that I'm going to think. Just because a lot of people do that, I'm not with that monkey see, monkey do stuff anyway. I'm not a follower. I'm a leader. Or I do my things on my own. Um, I'm not gonna be doing stuff just because a bunch of people do it. That don't make stuff right. That just make a bunch of wrong people. I mean, it's just simple as that. You know, and um, young people, so I can still think back and remember my teenage years and whatnot. Um, young, because you come in this world not knowing nothing, and you look at your surroundings, your society, and see how things go, like what is acceptable and what is not, and that's how we learn and figure out, like how to get by in the world, how to survive and whatnot. It's by because we come, like I said, we come in this world not knowing nothing. We're illiterate to everything. Everything is taught to us. So as a child, a lot of what the child think is his thinking is not really even his own thinking. That's somebody else's thought, or what they would have did. It ain't really what is it really what you wanted, or is that the way you want it? Nah, it be what you thought people would accept, or what you knew people would find acceptable, and because what people dislike, and the frown on their face and what they may do, that's another thing with us human beings. We got this problem of trying to play the role of God, and like we the executor, the punisher. We choose what it is right and wrong, or like that ain't that bad, or ain't no in between good and bad. It's either you good or bad. Ain't no almost bad, or silly stuff like a little white lie. Um, you know, what kind of crap is this? Who made that up? Well, you can use common sense, and you look up, white in the dictionary, and it's like all of good stuff, and like these this type of stuff ain't no coincidence. It's like it's just straight in our face. Um, how we get abused and how we get dogged out, and we have become acceptable to it because it was a time where we had to accepted, or or get murdered, get hung or something like that. And it ain't been like a whole things have changed, but it ain't been like a whole bunch of change. It just happened in a different way. We still get murdered and whatever for the same way, but it be more on a psychological level and you know not so not straight straight to the world or that this is what they doing. It's in a trickery, illusional effect. But the job still get done. The process of what they're trying to accomplish is still get accomplished. And the problem with that too is we help them accomplish that. The genocide. We help them kill ourselves. You know. And I guess the point I'm trying to make, brothers and sisters, is we must do better because we can do better. And in these days, I'm with God, so all my faith is with God. My understanding is with God, so that's the key to everyone, though, to get out your struggle, because rich people and people who got it all like that, they go through things too. All this stuff is written. That's like what the Bible is good for. It's like I don't know, a manual or something, like a guidebook to help you get understanding of how we should be good, productive men in society, to the world, to each other. It lets you know what you should do and what you should not do. A lot of missing stories, and that's done for some reason. You know what it is, because they're doing the same thing today. Things. That's what I'm saying. Things don't really change that much. Like I said, I'll be 50 this year, and I have seen a lot, and I have seen the change just get the same things happen, but just in a different, a more modern way, a more illusional effect. You know, you know, making the person be happy that he getting abused. I know that sounds silly, but but that's the actual way it is. Because a lot of us, we don't even like see or understand, like what is happening to us. And if we knew like what was really going on, we wouldn't be as happy as and and hurting each other, you know, hurting people who look just like you, who going through the same situation you going through. Instead of y'all getting some understanding and putting y'all heads together and trying to get out of this bondage, um, you take his life, and um, it remind me of that movie Tales from the Crypt. The black guy, and he get in jail with the white guy, the Aryan brother dude, and the white guy say to the black guy, he say, "What you in here for?" And the black guy trying to like ignore him or whatever. And the white guy said, "Oh, nah, I know what you in here for. You in here for the same thing I'm in here for, killing a nigga." And they put the messages out there. That's a real good dose of reality right there. Like because that's true. Like how could the brown man be mad at what the Caucasian or whoever you think that you know killing them or causing harm to them when you're doing the same thing, you know? Like, what's that saying? You gotta clean up your own backyard before you go trying to tell somebody else what to do or clean up their yard, you know? There's a lot of people, they got a problem with like trying to fix and change people instead of focusing on themselves, instead of looking at themselves in the mirror, you know, um, you know, that's that somewhat kind of narcissist type thinking, and you know, and they like to um, look down, talk down on people, bring point, people all their wrongnesses out and everything to make them feel better about their own negative things that's going on in their life, which is a mean thing in a very dysfunctional way of having a concept of living, of how you dealing with, things in life, you know. But see that, and then that concept, it keeps carrying on, we rather hurt each other instead of try to help fix each other. Ain't that something? And, we rather get some rims, a new radio or something, material things, instead of some diapers for our kids or something, something important, you know. The gas done got turned off because I had to have them rims, you know. Stuff that, you can't eat, you can't sleep in the rim, what I mean? Stuff that's just not important, you know. A lot of us, we value money and material things over human life, and that is very troublesome. That hurts me. That bothers me in a big way, Um, when a human life, a person that breathe and live and grow and everything, you know, you value that material thing or that money, which is another material thing. It's a piece of paper. You get paper from trees. Cut them down. We make this. We build this. We make the value of the money a value. We make that what it is. So we can make anything else what we want it to be too. If that's what we wanted to do. But, we've been manipulated and we'll be trained from the start to go against ourselves, not believe in ourselves. It's a lot of secrets, that's put away. It's a lot of things that get wiped out, of humanity, so we can be more destructive people, cause, and people who have just my age, you done seen it. You done seen stuff that used to be in the books, and that they just got rid of, or they're getting rid of it, slowly. And after, so many years, it just be gone and forgot about, you know. That include morals, loyalty, self-respect, you know, self-governing, you know, you know. Now, now these youngsters and everything, they look for a higher authority or somebody to tell them what to do, what they should do, you know. Instead of, self-discipline, self-respect, self-governing. We used to do that, you know. We used to take care of our children in the neighborhood, the OGs, the adults, and we gave them a certain amount of respect, the adults, they respect them, you don't go talking crazy to them, cussing them out, um, beating them up, cause not, not the youngsters, boy, they talk so bad to the kids that they'll whoop on them, shoot them, kill them, and whatever, Not only is no respect for the human being, it's no respect for the people that's already done been here, you know. You know, it's wisdom. You got to live long enough to have wisdom. You got to go through different trials and know how that trial go, how the results of it, and you see these type of things, many of them, from growing, you can't have wisdom and be 12. It's impossible. You ain't live long enough. It ain't wisdom ain't something that you can just read in a book and have, or somebody pass it along to you. It's something that grows in you during living life, surviving. Going through different situations and seeing different ways of life and what you need to do. And you got to make mistakes to know how to not make the mistake. It's a learning tool. Everything is a learning tool. If you got any sense, if you making mistakes and then you ain't learning nothing from it and you doing the same thing over again, well, you in trouble. Um, that's almost like the definition of insanity. Um, but that's it, brothers. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Take care of home first. Take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna be no good to nobody else. If you ain't right in your head, you got to be happy with yourself to make anybody else happy. All right, I love y'all.